Welcome back to Teshkid Effects for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Quantum, whose current price stands at the $166.5 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 0.83%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Quantum from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $41.2 mark, and after seeing that low we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side. And if I jump to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, here on the 4-hour chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has been obeying the Elliot wave structures. And if I draw it out, we can have these as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, then I'm expecting a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4, then continue pushing high in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. And if I get a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave that we can see over here, after seeing this impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of that first wave, making our high for that first wave, we saw a very nice retracement over here in the formation of a second wave. And using the Fibonacci's, we can get a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this second wave, using the fibs, connecting them from the low of that wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And you can see that Quantum has retraced into that target area in the formation of that second wave, making our low for that second wave at around the $87.4 mark. And after seeing that low, we have seen a very nice bounce to the upper side, and this is an impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of a third wave, making our high at around the $229 mark. And using the trend based Fibonacci, we can sketch out a target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3, using the connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of that wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of that second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side, the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $241.5 mark. But you can see we made our high at around the $229 mark, meaning there's a $10 difference between the high that we have using the trend based Fibonacci and the high that we have made here on the charts, meaning there's a high chance that the high was in at around the $229 mark in the formation of that third wave to the upper side. And whatever we are seeing right now in this pullback right here is a movement that is forming a fourth wave to the lower side. That is this movement right here, and because our fourth wave is a retracement of the third wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of that wave 3 down here to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 3 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618 as a maximum. And I can mark that target area here on the charts like that also. And you can see that my target area lies between the $174.3 mark and the $142.0 mark, and that means we are yet to see the low for that fourth wave to the lower side in this movement right here. And because a fourth wave is a corrective wave, I also expect to see an ABC corrective movement play out over here, and we have not yet seen a full structure of that ABC corrective movement, but we have seen the formation of a wave A in this movement right here, then a wave B making a peak at around the $195.1 mark, then I'm expecting a wave C to fully maximize this target area, and that can only happen in case we retrace back to around the $142.6 mark. In case that plays out, then that will be a full ABC corrective movement, and I'll be confident that the low for that fourth wave is in, and then we can expect a very nice bounce to the upper side, an impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of that fifth wave to the upper side. And from what we have over here, we also have key chart patterns that are information in this movement over here in the formation of this wave 4. And if I draw it out, we have a wedge, much of a wedge or much of a triangle. And if I draw it out, we can have this as the lower side of that chart pattern like that. Then we also have the upper side connecting these highs like that, and you can see yesterday we had a bit of a breakout out of this chart pattern to the upper side, and this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the upper side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the height of that triangle. So using a trend line, we can get that height by using a trend line, and then place the height where we are having that breakout over here to give us a minimum target area to the upper side back to around the $190.5 mark. So there are high chances that now that we have seen the breakout, and here on the 4-hour chart we are seeing much of a retest of this upper side of this chart pattern, there's a possibility we might see a bit of lower prices get to the upper side of that chart pattern before we see a very nice bounce to the upper side once the retest is in, and that could take us back to around the $190.4 mark. There's also a possibility that this is a fake out to the upper side, and as we try to have a retest, we might get back to the lower side of this, we might see a breakout to the lower side of this chart pattern. That is, the retest will not be a success and we continue pushing lower, and in that movement I would expect us to fully maximize the target area that I have drawn out here in the formation of a fourth wave by retracing back to around the $142 mark. And once that plays out, then we can sketch a very nice movement to the upper side in the formation of that fifth wave to the upper side, and using the trend based Fibonacci we can sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 5, connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of that wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area between the fib level 0.618, and that is at around the $287.2 mark. So that is the minimum that I would expect that fifth wave to the upper side to do. But for now we need to complete the formation of this ABC corrective movement and also see the low for that fourth wave before we can sketch out a movement to the upper side in the formation of that fifth wave. And also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the 4-hour RSI, we are trading at around the 48 mark, meaning we have a bit of room for us to support any movement to the lower side in the formation of that wave C before we get into the oversold region. Also taking a look at the MACD, on the MACD we have printed a bullish cross, and that means higher prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.